Okay.
After we are doing coaching call for batch 4 and you are batch 3 student. You just cleared PMP, right? So first of all, congratulations. Walk me through your process. How did you do PMP and things of those nature? Yes.
Okay. Thank you, first of all, to you particularly, because all this process, all this journey, it is really happened just because your push
Mhm,
and your approach in a way. You have facilitators, your team people who are following up.
mhm,
So Saeed is there. So thanks to him as well.
mhm,
So as far as like when I have joined your course,
mhm,
so what I can say, your structure,
mhm,
the way you have drafted, or I would say crafted, like the classes and the material and the approach,
mhm,
where after the class, the mind maps and the question answers, and the most important thing, RCA.
mhm,
So that is the key which I have followed.
mhm.
Your class, then your coaching calls, and then when attempting question and answers, the most important thing to me was the RCA,
Mhm.
because RCA is the backbone, I would say, for all this attempting questions while in the examination center, or even when you are attempting other questions. That will give you confidence.
Aftab, I'm gonna stop you here. I want you to explain me how you did RCA, how it helped, what RCA mean for you. Because yesterday all the students were clearing PMP, everyone is saying RCA. So one of the
Mm.
students asked me yesterday, sir, how RCA helped? Like you are doing topic wise, did like how you started with the RCA from the topic one, how it helped you in the end. Let's go a little bit more deep in on the RCA topic.
Mhm. What I can say, like if you will see, when you are preparing for the PMP, you will say lots of, let's say, topics are there, and then you need to do lots of practice. So my approach was that slowly and gradually, in a way, do not think too much. Just do the stuff.
Mm,
Let's say the topic was there in the start team. So mind maps were there, topic attendance was there, and then the RCA after attempting the questions. But the main game changer, I would say, it will start when you will go to the simulator.
mm,
So when you are attempting questions there,
mm.
uh, people mocks or the process mock or the random question and answers, that is where you need to, focus much more on the RCA side.
Okay.
And there is one thing more what I can say, what I have noticed in the exam as well.
Mm,
When you are doing RCAs,
mm.
my recommendation is to do RCAs for all the questions,
Okay.
irrespective of right or wrong. Sometimes, you feel you are busy or you are so much tired because the right questions, if you will escape or you will not focus too much in terms of RCA, when such questions will come in the exam, you will again try to figure it out. Like I was not feeling any difficulty in terms of questions which I did wrong in
Mm,
my practice,
mm.
because my focus much more was on the like questions which went wrong because of the time and all such things. But both are important. So the RCA, this is what, that's why everyone is saying, because the thinking process will come from that.
Mm. The thinking process will come. Let's talk about that thinking process. Like what will be there and how that can help you into that. Like what is a thinking process? And
Mm.
did you do detailed RCA for every question with all four options or how you are doing your RCA?
Okay, like first of all, thinking process, I would say that will make your mind mechanical.
Mm,
Mechanical, when I'm saying, for example, I'm from the audit profession.
mhm,
If I am doing some audit, maybe that is unknown industry to me. But when I'm doing risk assessment or I'm following some approach, so if my mindset is mechanical in a way, I can do audit of any industry. Even by tomorrow, someone will say, okay, go to NASA and do audit. I can do if my mind is mechanical. I can understand things what is available at the table at that point of time. So that is when I am saying in terms of the RCA, when you are doing, because in the exam, question will not come the same what you are doing there. So that is why if you have adopted that approach, like the elimination approach and the thinking process, that how slow down, eliminate, and then think about what is the right and wrong, choose the keyword. Definitely this, methodology or the mindset will help you to answer the right question. So this is the thinking approach. Second question.
Okay, how did you like you did the RCA like option A, B, C, D, or you are just putting what did you learn from there? Like there are multiple options, multiple ways to do the RCA. Na? You can only put what did you learn, what I recommend, or you can do the detailed RCA. How you did that?
Like particularly towards the mock when I was doing simulator. So I was going through the whole explanations, or like doing why it is not right, why it is wrong, or if I was thinking that this should be the case, whereas in the answer it is something different. So I was doing almost for all the options. Obviously, there will be one option definitely that is not nearby. So one option you can eliminate. So minimum three options will give you learning. This is what I have noticed in the simulator. Minimum three options will give you learning.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Minimum three options will give you learning. Okay, okay. Let's move further. Continue. How was the exam? Interestingly, you are the second student in this week to give exam in Oman, exactly at the same center at the same time. How do I know? When you said 7:30, Irfan had the same thing on 1st of January or 1st of May, he gave the exam, right? But Irfan journey was so interesting. His scores were not improving. And guys, listen to me, this is very important. With him, I have a problem. Every single mock, with every single mock for last 2 weeks, his scores were going out of the control chart. On the positive point, my all my facilitators, Hasan Trimji is saying, so let him give the exam. His own facilitator says, like for last 10 days, after we don't know that. He's saying, sir, let him give the exam. I said, no, this is every score is going out of control chart. So what were you doing, man? How you are getting all the scores? And I will show it to everyone his scorecard. So just to understand, we are speaking the same language. Uh, I, I haven't seen such score in a long, long time with every single mock. As a result, I was grinding. He was ready for last 10 days. He could have given exam 10 days back, but I was grinding him. Where are your scores? So I was continuously asking, okay, check the dates here. Just see score. Process mock, normally people get, like, just see how random we are moving. People mock say did, mock 6 skip. Put process mock skip. Now this was normal, 61, 62. But when he came to mock 5, it was extraordinary. Said, what the hell is happened here? Then he did another mock. Then I said, no more mock on simulator. I gave him another mocks, right? He did another mock. He got a better score there. I gave him another mock. I'm doing follow up. He's not replying. Instead of him, like I'm having daily discussion with Saeed, and Saeed is saying me, sir, he's getting this score, 84 in this, then 70% in this, 64%. Where it is? Yes, 72%, 72%, 73%. Only the mock where I had problem was agile mock, right? After
Yes, yes.
what happened in agile mock first of all?
Yeah. First of all, like, I was doing in a way like consistent. I was consistent when I was attempting. In a way, I was giving respect to giving the exam. In a way, if like Saeed or you were following up or asking up, so I was following that plan. So the most important thing to me was that respect is important. So consistency was there. If you will see, I have attempted all the mocks or like the study every day, something I have done. So if 180 mock you have said, I did that, irrespective whatever my commitments were there. So that was one of the things, consistency was there. Because of that, sometimes what used to happen, that the RCA I used to do religiously in the start or somewhere. So that was the thing. But if I was confident from the giving the exam perspective, again, I would say that is the mechanical mindset, the positive mindset, but mechanical mindset. Like I was thinking, when the scenario will come, no need to memorize things. You just follow that approach, what you are saying, slow down, elimination, and definitely there will be two. And then there will be a keyword which will help you to identify the best choice from the two options. So that was mindset which I have taken in the exam. You know, the agile mindset, what you are saying, because mostly people around questions around team or stakeholders, that servant leadership mentality, that type of thing, they will deviate you somehow, but you will stick to this mentality. So that was the key consistency and this mechanical mindset.
Okay. Anita is asking vocabulary in exam. When he gave the exam, he learned the topics or only questions. Anita, unmute yourself. I'm unable to understand your question.
Sir, one thing like where he gave the exam, which country
He gave
and what
exam
is
in Oman. Oman. That is a
okay.
country near Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries. What else?
The vocabulary he find difficult in the exam or is it easy? And
Let's go
how
one by
he
one.
covered the topics?
After, how was the vocabulary of the exam?
Sometimes, like from the English perspective, yes, I can say 2 to 3 questions. It's like examiner has crafted, like the way the wording was written. It was not that much clear unless and until you will really understand the meaning of that and from the English perspective. And few questions, always in the examination, there will be something which you never know what is this. So very less things were there. So it's not a problem from the vocabulary perspective, I can say.
Okay. So how you learn the topics, like which technique you follow to keep all the PMP terms and the sequence, because it's very difficult for us every time which we try to learn to keep remembering all the PMP terms and the sequence.
Okay. So first of all, sister, like no need to remember anything. That is one of the key here. You just need to go with fresh mind and with mechanical mindset. This is what I'm saying. Not a single thing you need to remember. And PM booklet is there. So I used to read that booklet. And then when you will do the practice from the topics and then you will move towards the simulator, automatically you will be in practice and you will come to know like what is the agile methodology, how the things are flowing, what is the retrospective, what is the planning, when things needs to be done, how when the questions will come in simulator or in the real exam, when predictive is coming, how you will identify hybrid questions. So automatically practice will make you perfect in this regard. So questions attempting and doing RCAs. So no need to worry at the earlier stages that how the way the methodologies or how the way flow will come. There are thousands of pages, but Mr. Amir has the way he has. That's why what I'm saying, the approach, you need to follow what he's saying. And this is what I followed. I will not apply my methodology. I have not applied any my methodology of attempting examination or preparing for the PMP exam. So that's why I use the word respect. So if something is there as far as the methodology is concerned, so do not apply your mindset. It's like a rule. When you do text, there is a rule, yes or no. Okay, so in the same way, you follow the same approach, what has been given, and for attempt the questions and do the RCS, everything will flow to your mind when you will give the exam.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Tawfiq, did you get many formula question? Were you able to complete all question on time? Any last time? Ask one by one question. Yeah, he's here. Why you are asking? Yeah.
Aftab bhai, assalamu alaikum, congratulations.
Walaikum salam. Thank you. So,
Yeah, so
yes.
formula based questions were there. in the exam?
Formula, I wish if there would have been some formula-based questions, because normally they are easy. You do not need to think. You will calculate something and you will just whatever the option is there.
Mhm.
But it was not there. I don't think
Not there.
so.
And then
Formula.
drag and drop type of
Yeah,
question.
uh,
It is
it's like something minimum 5 or 6 questions came.
drag and drop.
And drag and drop questions were the one where the terminologies were there. So you need to know sometimes the knowledge. Let's say if 5, 6 questions, 2, 3 questions were there, you need to have the knowledge of that. So to be very fair, I was not having little bit for few things. There will be always in the exam, not having that knowledge, but you will apply your common
Yesterday,
sense.
yesterday we covered it.
Yes.
Yesterday was a coaching call because many students were complaining. I'll send you the link, Naveed. Aftab, check it. How many questions from that drag and drop were in the exam? So yesterday we did like 40 to 45 drag and drop questions. So do look at that and do tell me how many of those were in the exam. Okay? Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, and
So
how about your time? How you managed the time during the exam? Were you able to complete all questions?
the same thing like what I was being taught that 150 minutes you have to stop like the first session. So this is what I did, but 2 3 minutes I overran. And then in the same way I did for the other session as well. But as far as time management is concerned, my all 3 sessions were, I can say, same in terms of, I would not say that much difficulty, but I found paper lengthy. Lengthy means the content was there too much, even in the question and even in the answers. So because lengthy, so I have to read more, then I have to think, and this is the thing. And this drag and drop questions came with sometimes with different type of, some pictures were there, 1 or 2 questions like that. So lengthy exam was lengthy. Yes, exam from the question perspective, it's not easy to answer unless and until you will not follow the way we are discussing the methodology.
Right, right. And any last minute, like last week area of focus you were doing something in the last week particularly before giving your exam?
It's the same thing, focus like agile topic, team topic, stakeholders, communication, risk, because exam was spread, I can say, across the different topics, like hybrid questions were there, predictive questions were there. So all the topics you must be doing in a way, but main focus is agile,
Agile.
stakeholder, team. They were there most.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so Rashid is asking, what was your confidence level before going to exam? That's a good question. So after yesterday when we discussed, to me you look like pretty confident. So, but in reality, you can tell what was the confidence level you had while you were going for the exam.
First confidence level will come the day you said, okay, go for the exam. In a way, okay, you are preparing whatsoever. Once you have that target, you said, okay, book for the Sunday. So that has given me, like, an immense confidence. And then particularly towards the end, before Saeed, he was saying, okay, now it's fine. You have done lots of practice. Then you have given ultra hard mocks and the other mock 180 questions. So even I was, in a way exhausted, but still I said, no, I will do that.
Yeah.
So
So that
Friday,
that was the reason, why I was giving you more mock. My control chart, my brain was saying, I don't understand what is happening here. You should get bad score. Like I was expecting you to get bad score, but you are proving me wrong because mock 4 5 is hard a mock. Is a hard mock and a big problem. Now, after I want to ask you here, I forget to ask you how you got a bad score in mock 4 180 in simulator, but awesome score in mock 5. Mock 5 is more difficult.
the ultra hard mock.
No. On the simulator, in the 180 mocks, when you did 180 mocks on the simulator, you got bad score in mock 4, you failed in that mock, like 67%. But in mock 5, you get almost 76, 78%. That is unheard of.
In that mock where I got this 60s, I was not feeling okay. And I was too much tired. Even I took maybe 1 hour break, 45 minutes, 50 minutes break in a way during the mock. If otherwise I have to disconnect. So that was one of the reasons for that mock.
Mhm. Okay, got it, got it. Okay, so Rashid Saab, when he joined, I told him the same when I discussed with him that I have a long relationship with Oman. My father worked all his life. So Rashid Khalil is also, he said he's from my country. So I want to know that how confident he was. Rashid Saab, you can unmute and ask him directly. So since he is from working.
Yeah, brother, congratulations for you on clearing the examination. And
Thank you.
very few people are from Oman. I thought, because I don't know
But
what's the
this
reason, but
this
I
this
am
week two
really happy
students
to see
cleared.
you.
This week this week two students cleared. Irfan and him both from Oman
So,
cleared in Muscat.
so how was your last day going when you tomorrow you have to take exam, and the last night, what was your feeling? Means somewhat you feeling some tense, or you will say it's okay, no problem, I will handle, no problem.
Like as I said, when you are confident with your approach, you will not feel any lack of confidence. That is why the approach is important. That's why, if I again repeat, in a way, mechanical mindset. So if any tough thing will come, if you will follow the approach and the guidelines, you will attempt in a way positive choice, the better choice. And if I can say I was not nervous at all in a way particularly when we discussed with Amir Saab over a call. So I was feeling more confident when people they have prepared me for this. So they have confidence in me. So they have said, go for the exam. It means I have all that tools and techniques with me. And I can attempt the exam. So the positive mindset is really important. If I will feel jittery and I will feel, no, if I will fail, what will happen? If something will happen. So consequences, I was not thinking in a way. I was just focusing on what is my approach, how I have prepared, my consistency, and now this is the exam day. So this is
how
what I was thinking.
how much time you it all take this process? 3 months, 2 months,
He was
or more,
he was
starting from day one to last day?
he was best
Uh,
student.
I think somewhere from the Ramzan started.
Mhm.
Ramzan, it was Ramzan, and then a couple of days there were gap, but maybe 2 months, if I'm not wrong.
Almost 31st March is training ended, so not 2 months, 40 days, I would say.
40 days, yes.
40 days. So Rajesh sir, you will do in the same time. Just need to follow what I say. Don't
Okay.
don't go back and doubting me. One of the biggest challenge I have with my students, with good students like you, is that you start doubting me.
No,
Apart
you
from
have to sacrifice.
yeah,
You have to sacrifice. If you want to achieve something, you have that target. It's not easy just to sit, like, for example, 4 hours on the simulator to attempt for the exam. So you will think, that how much time it is this, and that will make you unbeatable, sitting at the chair, attempting 4 hours mocks.
that is true. That is true. Like you must have a stamina to give the exam. That is very critical. Without that stamina, I don't think so. This it is possible to give exam whatsoever. I don't think so. Thank you very much for sharing that. Few more things for that I want to know. You said drag and drops were one of the critical. There was no formula question. You managed the time 80, 75, 75, right? And you maintain the consistency apart from the Eid days. And that is expected that you cannot study Eid days. You did RCA, RC was critical. You joined few of the coaching call. Why it is important to daily do some progress?
Sorry.
why it is important, it is critical to daily do something, because you move daily. You did one task daily. You try to do it on a daily basis. You never took a break. Why it is good to have a consistency?
Yeah, that 4 hour exam, normally exams are 3 hours, even at the professional level, or some case studies exams are the 4 hours. So this 4 hours exam, if you need to have that thing in target, and in order to approach that exam, you have to learn on daily basis. You
Mhm.
have to do something on a daily basis. It's like a marathon.
Mm.
You have to run. You have to. It's not like one day you will do something and it will be finished. So motivation, to keep yourself motivated, it is like something you have to do something on a daily basis. Consistency. If I will skip, for example, eat days, I was not doing. Okay, there are some limitations in a way, but there is no excuse. Even what if you will ask, if you have some targets and you have said that, even irrespective of Eid or whatsoever things are there, you need to do something. There is no excuse. So every day something needs to be done. Otherwise, I will not be motivated. I will be drifted away from my target.
Mm, mm. You will be drifted away from your target. Thank you very much. It has been an honor to coach you and make sure that you become PMP in the minimum possible time. Two requests from you. First of all, each one teach one is the mantra of the game. And I look forward that you guide the people towards this journey to coach them. You are the first, like, as 8 or 9 students for your batch. So other people are there. So I hope you can coach them, whoever reaches you for this thing. Secondly, make some questions for PM, just like PMP exam. We will be using those question answers here in our PMP marathon. So do make like at least 10 questions and send it to me. I'll give you produce for that also to renew into that. And thirdly, send me a good picture of you. I see not the LinkedIn one. The LinkedIn is very, very old one or professional one. You used to be healthy more as compared to now. So give me a current picture of you. Thank you, Aftab. Thank you very much for your time. And guys, anyone wants to ask any final question, you're more than welcome. And Aftab, be blessed and keep moving forward. Bye bye.
Okay.